because I love this state, and I believe in Wisconsin. But I believe that this governor and his liberal allies in Madison are taking this state in the wrong direction. It is time to take back our government. It is time to put government back on the side of the people. As I travel this state, the people I talk to are scared. They're scared about the economy. They're scared about their own job, about their spouse's job, their kid's job, their neighbor's job, their employee's job. Well, I've got a message for them. Come November 2nd, you don't have to be scared anymore because help is on the way. And when I talk about help, it's not the blind hope that the people in Washington are pushing. No, I'm talking about real hope, based on a real plan to get this state working again. I believe in Wisconsin. I grew up in a small town like so many others in this state, where my father was a preacher, my mother worked part-time, and they were tremendous role models for me.
We love you, Scott!
I love you too. I was involved in sports and band and scouts, proud to say I'm an Eagle Scout. 25 years ago, I went to the American Legion's Badger Boys State Program. And it was there, more than government or politics, I learned from those veterans the power of public service. But for me, one of my most endearing influences was my grandmother. She was raised during the Great Depression, and she learned to do more with less. My grandparents raised my mother in a farmhouse that didn't have indoor plumbing until she was almost in high school. In 1974, my grandmother became a widow. And from that point until she passed in her 90s not too long ago, she lived by herself, paid her own bills. She was frugal because she had to be. My brother and I like to laugh over the years, and sometimes we'd go out to eat with her, and I swear she had so many coupons that they paid us to eat them. I'm frugal because of her. Today, I still drive a 1998 Saturn with over 104,000 miles on it. More than 20 years ago, I worked at IBM just down the way from here to pay for college, and I started to pack a lunch. I then went to work for the American Red Cross, and I packed a lunch. I then was elected to serve in the State Assembly, and I packed a lunch. And then nearly every day when you see me in the courthouse, I still pack a brown bag lunch today. I like to say I'm frugal. Tonette just says I'm cheap. But like me, there are plenty of people trying to save money in this state, and I don't know about you, but I, for one, would like a government that had to save money like the rest of us do. It is what I call a little bit of brown bag common sense. It's based on three simple principles. First, my grandmother would love this. Don't spend more money than you have. Secondly, smaller government is better government. And third, most importantly, people create jobs, not the government. You see, too many politicians have that confused. They have that upside down. We have a plan to get government out of the way so that the businesses of this state can put more people to work. Our plan calls for reducing government spending and cutting taxes, not taxing employers and families to kingdom come with a promise of a discount someplace down the road. Our plan calls for reducing regulations and easing litigation costs, not adding more red tape or mandating higher insurance costs. Our plan calls for making our schools more accountable to the families that they serve, not giving up control of our kids' education to bureaucrats in Madison. Our plan calls for reducing healthcare costs through market-driven solutions, not by forcing us to buy expensive healthcare band-aids. Our plan calls for reliable and cost-effective sources of power, not mandating billions in dollars in new spending to produce the same energy we produce today. Our plan calls for restructuring our transportation system by fixing our roads and bridges, not by raiding the transportation fund as our infrastructure crumbles. If we enact this plan, I believe that the people of Wisconsin, not the government, the people of Wisconsin can create 250,000 new jobs by the end of my first term. When I laid out this plan the first time, you would have thought I dropped a nuclear bomb in Madison. The liberals went crazy. The media went wild. Even my Republican opponent said it can't be done. Well, let me tell you, I've got a little experience with naysayers. 8 years ago, the naysayers said we couldn't take our county government back here in Milwaukee County. They said that no fiscal conservative, no way could a fiscal conservative be elected here in Milwaukee. They said we could never elect a conservative Republican who was proudly pro-life, pro-family, and pro-traditional marriage. They said an NRI guy who supports concealed carry could never be elected in a county that had never elected a Republican before. Well, they said it couldn't be done. And yet we did it. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Of the vote in a county that went 2/3 for Barack Obama. How about that to the naysayer? 8 years ago, the naysayer said we couldn't balance the budget without raising taxes. Well, you know what we did last fall? We introduced my 8th consecutive budget without raising the property tax levy from the previous year. And we did it the old-fashioned way. We cut our debt. We reduced the size of the government workforce by over 20%. We improved our bond rating. And last year, when the state had its largest budget deficit ever, we had an $8.9 million surplus. And funny, we're going to use to cut property taxes again next year. 8 years ago, the naysayers said we couldn't control spending without sacrificing core services. Wrong again. Because of major improvements, our airport is now one of the fastest growing airports in the country, creating nearly 1,000 new jobs in our airlines. We eliminated the waiting list for long-term care services for our seniors. And get this, we even won the gold medal for the best park system in the country.